Hey guys, how are you? What's going on? My name is Lisa. I am the Self Mastery Princess. Thank you for coming on to another video. I hope your day was well. I hope you got things done. I hope you were a self master of your life. And let's jump right on into it. So, y'all know I got my book, so that means we are going to be getting into some juicy things today. I'm so excited to talk about this topic. You guys know I love self-mastery. I am the self-mastery princess. So I am coming in with a brand new juicy video. So let's jump right on into it. Ladies, are you ready? I'm ready. So today we're going to be talking about one key step to be self-aware is going to be to understand what that actually means. I think a lot of the time we hear these sayings and we're not necessarily clear on what they mean. How does that look like? How does that look like for you in your life? But don't worry, babe, I got you. I'm here to make it plain. I'm here to make it simple. I'm here to give you the tools and the trade so that you too can be a self-master of your own life. So what I'm going to start off with today is going to be, what is self-awareness? So self-awareness is the ability to understand your own emotions and thoughts and mental state, your values, beliefs, your motivation, being able to analyze these things using conscious decision making and to guide your behaviors. What does that all mean? Basically, in a nutshell, being self-aware is the ability to gauge where you're at, your emotional state, your thoughts, the things you want to do, your actions, your belief system. It's being able to be an observer. So if this was a visual, this is like Lisa's identity, values, belief systems. This would be, and then this would be me, self-aware, watching it. So the ability to be self-aware is to be able to take a step back and to kind of get outside of yourself and see what's happening. For example, let's say you're in a situation where you feel that you are getting emotionally triggered. A self-aware person is able to see that this situation is emotionally triggering them, and they're able to kind of detach, calm themselves down, talk themselves through, understand that this isn't going to be forever. A non-self-aware person is going to react, get angry, react over emotionally. So let's say I'm driving and a self-aware person gets cut off. The person that's self-aware is able to see that they got cut off, feel that irritation emotion, let it process, and not react in a over emotional state by, screaming, yelling, following a person or anything like that. An unself-aware person is the person that's going to flip you off, yell at you, beep your horn. That's a person that their emotions have taken over them. They're not self-aware at all. They're just completely acting emotionally out of control in that regard. Just to give you kind of a practical example. Why is being self-aware so important? On a journey to self-mastery, this is the foundation. If you're not self-aware of yourself and why you do the things you do, your good side, your bad side, when you're neutral, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, if you're not consciously aware of these things, people will manipulate you. You will find yourself into all kind of trouble. You will find yourself on other people's agenda, doing what other people want. Anybody can say anything and trigger you. You will find yourself not having any kind of real control over your life. Anything that you hear, anything that people do, anything that you see that disrupts your emotional state, you will be reacting irate, you will be cursing people out, you won't know how to communicate because you're not aware. And a lot of the time, when as you do this work, you'll start to kind of notice, and you'll have compassion for people who are, having an over emotional response, or who are not self-aware, and you just know that they just don't know what they're doing. Like, they're just not aware that they're being rude or disrespectful. So like, a lot of the time when I come encounter with, maybe somebody on the phone or customer service, and they're angry or they're upset, I know that they're just not having a good day. They're just not aware of that moment. So the power of being self-aware, it's a game changer. It's a huge game changer. It's the difference. It's the thing that's going to bring all those things that you want, whether that's love, relationship, business, health. Like, you got to be self-aware. So for example, a self-aware person, like for me, I consider myself to be a highly self-aware person. So when it comes to my health, I know that I cannot keep junk food in my home, because I will eat a whole bag of chips. This is something I know. So I don't try to play those games and, I won't know. Like, I'm gonna eat the chips. I'm going to eat the cheesecake. So I just stay away from those things in my home, because if it's here, I'm gonna eat it. Now, what I'll do is, because I know I like to have snacks, I'll only buy healthy snacks. Bananas, nuts, plums, peaches, apples. So now, if I wanna munch on something or eat too much of something, guess what? It's gonna be something healthy, and it's not going to take me off of my journey. That's me being self-aware, knowing that I like to eat great food and like to have snacks. I know I'm not changing the fact that I like to have snacks, but what I'm doing is I'm setting myself up to have the best results. So I'm only gonna buy those healthy snacks. Now, knowing that is the same thing. If I know that I'm watching my diet and I'm gonna be not self-aware, I'll prepare for that. I will have a longer fast. I won't eat, if I'm going out to a party or something like that. That's me being self-aware. A person that's not self-aware in regards to their health, they're going to continue to buy, the foods that are not the best for them, and they're going to say, I'm only going to eat a little bit, and not knowing that that's not the case. They're going to be, eating those foods because they're there and they like those foods. So that's just to give you one example of how self-awareness shows up in all areas of your life. It could the same thing with your work schedule. If you know that you're self-aware and you know that you have the most energy between the hours of 12 and 2, then you can structure your day to knock all of those things out and to complete your work. But if you know that you don't like to do anything past 6 o'clock, you are not going to schedule, important meetings and things like that. So, self-awareness, it's not any area or any place that it's not going to be valid or it's not going to be helpful. Like, when are you not going to need to understand your emotions, your thoughts, your values, your belief system? Think about it, like meditate on it. What motivates you? What are your values? Like, sit down and give it thought. This is a huge key on the journey to being self-aware, on the journey to understanding yourself. So I may have talked about this topic before, but I just wanted to come with a more detailed video to really kind of start to gauge, the tenets of self-mastery. So this is going to be the first one, and I'm going to be continuing to build on the different things. And how do you start, Lisa? You're telling me how to be self-aware. You're telling me how important it is, but what do I need to do? I got you. First thing you need to do, you need to practice mindfulness. Practice being present. Jim Rohn says it best. So wherever you are, be there. If you're talking with your friends, be in the conversation. If you're on vacation, be in the vacation. If you're at work, be at work. Be present. Breathe, smell things, eat your food. Like, really eat. Don't just, no. Eat your food, chew it, get tasty. Take a step back to really enjoy things. I'm enjoying this video. I'm present. I'm speaking to you guys as if you were here with me. Like, be present. Make it a point to practice mindfulness. One thing I like to do is when I get in the car, I like to get in the car and I just like to breathe before I turn my car on. Take a second to just practice mindfulness throughout your day. That's one way you can practice to be more self-aware. Second thing, keep a journal. Listen, get it out your head and get it on paper. I know we love to think that we, are going to remember everything and this, that, and the third, but listen, write it down. When you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? What do you want? What came up? When things happen to me, I go back in my journal. Why did this trigger me? Why was I so happy? Why do I feel like this? And you'll be so surprised that you'll just be writing down your true feelings, and then you can look back, and this is also going to help you as you're looking to become more self-aware and you're looking to do more things. So make it a point to journal, I would say every day if you can, but you guys know how I like to do it. Start small and then work your way up, but journaling is so important. I love to journal every day. I've been doing it for quite some time now, and it really just helps me to just think about, like, look at what I'm doing, like what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what I need to work on. Like, it truly does help me. So make it a point to journal. You don't have to get anything fancy. Go right to your own Office Depot, Dollar Tree, get you a journal, write down your thoughts every single day, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see how lighter you feel. Because sometimes we don't want to talk to people. You just gotta write it down and just give it to God and just reflect on it. So that's another way. And then lastly, seek feedback. I'm always seeking feedback. Seek feedback from those around you, those in your world, how you interacting with them. I love to ask people in my relationships, how can we be better? Is there anything else I can do? How can I be a better daughter, a better friend, a better employee? Like, seek feedback so you can kind of gauge to see how you're doing in your being self-aware. So these are just a few topics that are going to help you in your everyday life. If you start to do these things every single day, trust me, you're going to see more results, and you're going to see your self-awareness increase little by little. And this is something that's a lifelong thing. You're always going to be growing. There's going to be new levels you're going to unlock. So don't think like, oh, I learned this and that's it. No, you're always going to need to be self-aware. It's just your consciousness is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. But if you're a beginner and you're new to this, these are the 3 steps you want to take to be a more self-aware person. And if you have any feedback for me, if you want more additional tips, feel free to ask me questions. I would love to help you out. I would love to answer your questions to see where you guys are at. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope you guys have a great evening. I'll see you in the next one. My name is Lisa. I'm the Self-Mastery Princess. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I would really appreciate it. We want to get more people on this journey. Talk to you soon. Bye.